Well, hi, and welcome to Hangar 18, Hangar Blood Axe. Here's a drone, and as I said earlier in the other video, I had to do some propeller work the other day because, you know, I just don't learn, But to crash the drone a couple times inside the house, really, unless you're way better than me, don't fly these things in the house because they always crash, and I still go back and do it. What? Like my dad used to say, you need your head examined, blood axe. And so to make the make him feel a little better about himself, I let him rest after I gave him the propellers. Let him rest overnight with the Elvis wig on, so he thought he was a celebrity for a while. Anyhow, let's take that off. Doesn't make a good cover either. It's too hairy. So, change those blades. I'll show you how to do that. And let's see. Some stuff about the chargers, because, you know, if you've had one of these, isn't it fun waiting, I don't know, what is it, 3 to 5 to 30 hours, whatever it feels like for the battery to charge? Got a better way for you. Not very expensive. And, yeah, it's working good. It's working good. And it's also, you can take it with you if you go out mobile and hook it up to your battery to your car. It even has the adapter for it. Well, boom. I'll get her clips. Yeah, not crab hands. I'll get her clips. Yeah, so let's take you now into the mechanical workings of the propeller system. Got some tips about how to set them up, because, you know, you can't just slap them on and it'll work, probably, most likely, as long as you got the A propellers on, the A extension of the quadcopter, and the B's on the B. Yeah, it'll probably work, but there's a way it'll work better. It's a way that can improve your video, a way that make it quieter, and I think as long as you don't crash them into walls in the house, make them maybe last longer. Who knows? Who can say? All of this comes to you thanks to Syma, who makes, there's a very, very popular brand of quadcopters I'm finding out, and there's tons of aftermarket parts, accessories, gimbals, all kinds of stuff available for that drone. And guess what? It fits this one. It fits this one. So for once, I just made an almost impulse buy. I kind of knew I was going to do it. That worked out really well. I could have researched and done worse. So let's go and check the props out. Okay, so hey, let me show you what we got here. This looks just the same without this cap, with this cap on, but take the cap off, and if you've been at your propellers before, you're going to notice something different. The standard retainer isn't white on these. It's black, and right, hold on, let me get it right where I can show you. I have one left. Right, let's see. How well can we see that? Right there, it's got a hole. Let's see if I can illuminate. You see? Can you see that? You probably see it on your copter. Through that hole, little screw goes, which is not real convenient. It's easily dropped and lost, even with a magnetic screwdriver. It's more time consuming. Plus, I've found that these guys have a tendency, let me see if I can find one, to do actually a specific kind of damage to your, there we go. There's one. Can you see that? Let's see. There, you see that in there? How it's chewed up? I've had two propellers. One just melt. That's what it does. It seems like it grips and it spins against this plastic. Even if you got the washer in there, there's a washer. I'll show you in a minute. You've probably seen if you've changed them, but those are real important. Don't leave those off. And somehow it'll damage them. And I thought, oh great, at first, and then I found out about these parts for the is it the X8? Yeah, I think it's the X8 syma, or syma. Not sure how you pronounce it. And they have a different retainer that fits on the same shaft, because this is basically a clone, or I think obviously made by Syma, or whoever makes them for Syma, makes them also for Promark. And they just use a different retaining method on here. I don't know why, if maybe they just wanted to try something different, or I don't know why, but anyhow, this is how these work. You twist them, and then you've got a pin that goes through. Now the pin isn't, it's not the best system either, but it's easier than what comes with the Promark. Get these off. See this? One of those super magnets. Let me show it to you better. Where's my lighting? Lighting. Need to pay the light bill around here. There we go. It's a super magnet. Now, what we do is just go up to it, touch it, and the magnet pulls the pin right off. Plus, it holds it for you, keeps it from running around. I got a pack of like 10 of these at Home Depot for $5 or something like that. Come in really handy. It could have been more. I don't know the exact amount. So, then this pops off, and on goes your propeller. Now, this propeller here is brand new. Well, I've used it a couple times. It looks something like this. You might have seen it in my silly video where I was laughing like a maniac. Yeah, no end on that. It's supposed to... No, this one too. Two of them messed up. This will give you a better demonstration of broken prop. Here we go. I should have checked my props before I decided to show you my props. So it should really look kind of maybe like that. Let's go here. Better example. The end should kind of look like that. And this one's looking like, ouch. So I went ahead and already replaced this. Now, it just slides on. These, okay, standard, you have a washer there. You see? There's a washer, metal washer. Okay, what I've been doing, and I have the craziest thoughts sometimes. I equated these propeller blades to the blade on a gas-powered lawnmower. And I know when you replace those or you sharpen them, you get way better value out of them. It's a much smoother ride. It even seems to cut better, probably on the mind, if you balance it. Balance the blade. The way you do that is you put like a bolt in a piece of wood and just have the blade sitting there, and you spin it and you see what side always tends to hang down, and then you take either add some metal, which is a lot easier to take it off. So you usually take some off on that side that's heavier until it flows smoothly. That's kind of what I've been doing, and since then I found out that this is a thing lots of people are doing. And there's even some videos out on it. They have a fixture you can buy that does this. It holds it. But a screwdriver will work for the time being until you can afford one or get one. And you just kind of like spin it. Now these that I got, I'll try putting a link in the description for it, seem to all pretty much be balanced. Others that I've gotten before, not so much. These seem to be some pretty decent blades, so I'll go and put a link on for that. And they got here in decent time, like 4 or 5 days instead of slow boat to China. So that keeps some of the wobble down. If you do that, it seems to give it more power. It's certainly smoother, which translates to better looking video, especially if you're just going cheap for right now and using the stock camera, no gimbal or anything. It does help the quality of the video. Another thing is these will up and down, wobble around. You want to get rid of that slop. You do that by putting another washer on as a type of shim. Okay, so now they don't wobble quite as much. There's a little, it's got to be some play in it, or it's not going to turn, or not quick enough. Sometimes when you do that, it pushes the retainer up a little too high for that pin to go in. So what I do, I get some sandpaper. Let's see, what grit am I using? Do I have some of that just laying around here? I should. Got enough of every other kind of junk laying around. Yeah, here's some right here. I'm using this 180A Northern. It's actually wet or dry, gray wet or dry. And you just put that down on the table, and you take the side that contacts the propeller, and a few swipes, put it on, see how it, clears. See how it clears. You want it to just clear. You don't want to go too far, and you don't want to go not enough. So we got right there. Now you take this pin, you pop it in there, and like I'm saying, this is not an optimal solution, but I like it better, especially with the incorporation of the magnet. Now that little pin you could lose really easy if you were doing it out while you're flying or something. Goes in the dirt. Oh my gosh, probably have extras, but if you don't, you've lost it. Now what do? Your day's over. Use that magnet, you're not going to lose it. And that's really good if you have any other little bags. Here's a tip. Any other little baggies like this that have little parts in it or whatever. So you got a bunch of little screws and different deals, Drop one of those in there. Drop one of these magnets in there. What'll it do? It grabs them all. Now they're not going anywhere. Same thing on your bench. Throw a magnet down. Magnets are amazing. Amazing fun. And these are shiny too. Okay, so now having done that with the two washers, you see it's got some play, but not a bunch. It's quieter. It's just a very easy thing to do, and you do see some immediate improvement with it. So what else is there while I got this close-up view going? Oh, let's see. You notice right in there, I don't know if you can see, but there was a battery lead. The battery's not just disconnected, it is out of the copter. Really, really, really. Best advice, best thing you could take away from listening to me. Don't work on these, anything that has the potential to turn on or has electricity connected to it. Now these, the voltage on this probably just scare you, might give you a little tingle. It's not life-threatening, but it goes with everything electrical. have it disconnected. What does it take? 30 seconds to pull that battery out and disconnect it? I'll tell you what, all it takes is you being as careful as you can, and one little slip and you hit the wrong contacts on the circuit board or something, there goes your controller fried. Now you're not flying anymore, my friend. Take the battery out. I've seen some other people showing how to do stuff like, oh yeah, the battery's in, but the button's turned off, the power's turned off. No, 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 no. Industry standard is what they call lockout tagout. You go over to the circuit board, the breaker panel that's associated with whatever you're working on, and you turn that breaker off. You put a lock on it that you only have the key to, and a tag that says, don't power this up or I'm going to die. Which hopefully you have a good relationship with the people that are around while you're doing this, or maybe they'll flip it, for sure, but they need a hacksaw or something to get through that lock. So anyhow, that's awesome. I think it was like $8 maybe less for a bunch of blades. I forget exactly, maybe 3 packs. I think it might have been 12. That sounds right. 12 blades, some extra of those retainers, these extra shiny chrome caps, which, by the way, I have had to go through, find a drill. This one's too big. But find a drill that's about the size of those shafts and just lightly deburr the inside. Don't go too deep. You don't want them just falling off. But a couple of turns, check it. Maybe a couple more turns, check it again. You want it to go on there pretty tight, but not so tight that you're pushing that shaft out of the gears that are in there. Okay, and let's get a little backup view, and I have maybe some battery charger stuff to show you. Because battery charger on this stock sucks. 4 hours waiting for a battery, even if you have more. Might as well schedule a week to charge batteries if you're going to go out once. So we'll check that out. Okay. Got a couple of things in the way of batteries. First, I got 3 batteries now. I bought 2 more. One of them is, I can hold up any of them. I'm not going to show you the print. This one, though, is 2500 milliamp hour. Okay? And that's important when you get to charging these. One of these, I'll tell you what, this is amazing. It's changed my life as far as the drone goes, because now I can have 3 batteries charged up in under 3 hours. Yeah, that's right. So I have 3 batteries. Now, don't just pop one in after another. Let your motors cool down a little bit. Especially these are stock motors. I'll tell you what, though. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 other drones besides this. And by this amount of flight, because I'm flying this every day, multiple times a day, the motors on all those would have been needed replacing already. This one, it seems like the day that I got it, in fact, it actually seems a little quieter. I did use a little, where is it? I got a can of dry lube, silicone spray, and sprayed a little in there. I see it sitting over on the table. Yeah, that's like clear. It was either that or graphite I was going to try, but I think the silicone was probably the better idea, and it works really well. That works really, really well. Now, when if I do any motor replacement or anything, I'm going to look into maybe putting some white grease, lithium grease or some kind of thing on the gears, see if that's recommended or not. Problem I see with that is living out in the desert like I do, a lot of dust, and the dust can, the grease is sticky and the dust could collect on it, and it could end up doing more harm than good. And I'm getting good servability out of this, and heck, what is it, $18 for 4 engines? It's those little ones are more money than that. Where's the little one? Let's see. I had one laying around here somewhere. Oh, it's stuck to something. They're magnetic too. They're real magnetic. You can use one of them instead of those magnets. Okay. Anyhow, this is the B6 V2 balance charger. See these things? Oh, number one, a lot of people use rubber bands. Of course, if you notice, I'm not a lot of other people. Well, I might have a few others. Never mind. Pulling this back like that with a rubber band on it tells you in the field that it's charged. When you use it, you're going to take that rubber band off, and now you're going to know when just hanging there is not charged. I found something better, and this is another one by accident, man. I'm just, good Lord smiling on me somehow. Let me take this off, because really, I don't need to do that now. I found this, and at the time I thought it was a charger, because I was looking for a charger, so I ordered it. It was like $8. I'm like, that's a great charger price. No, it's not, but it's real handy. Oh, excuse me. I'm boring myself. I hope I'm not boring you. You take it and you take the balance plug here. The power comes out of these. This is like, I don't know if it's data or it's just like measurements. It's measurements that it takes to know how to keep these batteries, because there's 2 cells in these. Each cell's 3.7 volts with a LiPo. 2 of them together, 7.4. 3 of them's an 11.1. They all goes in jumps of 3.7. So you take this, hopefully you can see it here, and you plug it in there. Now, this puppy's telling me that I've got 8.256 volts total in here, because it says 7.4, but that's like almost discharged level. You want it to be up around 8.2, 8.3. Cells, it'll split up each cell. It'll tell you what's going on with each cell. It tells you what percentage of your battery is left. Like, it's not charged, but it's how much longer the battery will last you. Well, this is 93%. Okay, I hear when it gets down into the 70s, that's when you want to think about getting a new one and replacing it. Really neat, and it does digital. It'll do LiPos, life batteries, lithium ion, nickel metal hydride, NiCad batteries. It does them all. Just plug them in. It's got another plug over here. Keep it with your stuff when you go out to fly, and you don't need to worry about the rubber band, even though that's a good trick. If you don't have one of these, the rubber band will work too. So these are all charged up anyhow. That's the case. I just wanted to show you that, so I grabbed some electrical tape. I actually sacrificed some electrical tape for my loyal viewers. And, yeah, spare no expense. Because I don't need them now. This guy, what it'll do, here, I'll hook it up. You need to get an adapter. And in my case, I had to order the plug, because it had this on the end, and it plugged into a couple of alligator clips, which are okay, tricky to use, and if you touch them together, you can zap your battery down. It takes this, you follow black would be negative, and it would match up with the black lead here. So you plug these together. And then I got some adapters. You want to plug both in. You can do these. You can charge them not balanced, but it makes your battery last a lot longer if you charge them balanced. Oh, and this will do a speed charge too. I'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so then you plug these into there and that into there. Now you go here. It's saying LiPo balance charge. Let's go here. Program select. Nickel metal hydride, NiCad, no, PB, no, lead acid. So you can check your car battery and stuff. Program select, user settings, extra functions, load memory if you have a memory special way, lithium, and let's see if this is going to do here. Lithium, program select. Lithium battery. And here's LiPo. Balance charger. You can go balanced, you can go just a charge, go fast charge. Storage, because if you're going to store these, you want to keep a voltage in them. If they go down too low, they're rot, they're no good. Then discharge them. It'll do all that. Now, balance charge. So you go LiPo, balance charge. Now, what you want to do here, you got your amps, you can adjust that. 2.0 is flashing. You can go up. It'll go up to, I think, this 5 amps, but you don't want to do that with these because you look at the milliamp output. This one, like it says, is this the 2500? Yeah, I can tell because it doesn't have quite as much writing. This is 2500 milliamp hour. You want to charge the battery at, if it's 2000 milliamp hour, what would that be, a hundredth of it? You want to charge it at 2 amps. See, 2000, 2 amps. 2500, 2.5 amps. Because what that'll do is in an hour or under, it'll charge this battery. So you take it, you adjust it. 2.5. Go like this, hold it down. Checks the battery. And it says, yeah, it's this kind. Is that what it is? Yes, it is. Okay, start. So now it's 8.29, 8.31, 8.33 volts. It's not going to take long. It shows you how long it takes to charge and when it's finished. And this is also a 25C, which is how quickly it can shoot electricity out, how many milliamps it can shoot out continuous. So this is going to go for just a few seconds, and it'll, top it back up. I'll tell you what, so nice. Figure 45 minutes, figure an hour. It's a lot less than 3 or 4, whatever it was. It seemed like it was forever. Excuse me. Well, I have an itch. So we got that there. I showed you the battery conditioner reporter. Tells you what's going on with it. And I think that's good for now. I will leave some links, I think. Eventually, I may post this first and get to the links later, but I should have the links up there for you. For that charger, for the battery checker, conditioner, dealy, extra batteries are all over. You don't need a link for that. And also, for the propellers. Yeah. They're... I like them. I like them a bunch. They seem to even be a little bit stiffer than the ProMark ones. So there you have it. It's a ProMark C70, or is it a P70? I think it's a P70. I'm sorry. P for ProMark, I bet. I just figured that out. Man, how have I made it to this wonderful, ripe, young age? Guys, thanks a bunch for watching my videos. Thank you. Please like and subscribe, because I'm having a blast doing this, and hopefully I keep doing it, and hopefully you keep finding value in it. And who knows where it's going to go, It's nice having you be a partner with me. I appreciate it. Hope you get the irreverence in some of the stuff, some of the stupid humor. And we're all having fun with this and learning about drones, flying them, crashing them, hopefully not exploding them unless it's like in the desert, in the dirt. Don't explode your drone at home, and do not drink and drone. Okay, no, that's not good. River, what do you have to say? You have anything to say? Come here. Come here, River. It's all part of River's magic that we can do this. Come on up here. Come here, Nate. Up. Here, give me a paws. Up. River, use your super flying power. Thanks a bunch, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead. Any comments, stuff you like, stuff you don't like, let me know. Battery's done. It takes longer than that if it's all the way undischarged. And we'll see you again on, what's this? Oh, Blood Axe Basics. That's the last name. Maybe in a future video I might tell you what the first name is. There's a reason I'm not using it. Nothing bad. Just, no, I'll save that for another day. Thank you very much, and we'll see you.